Coming me on this glorious Monday morning, and we've got a little Renault Clio in, and we're going to be replacing the clutch in it. First thing we need to do, as always, get the battery box and battery tray out of the way. And there we go. Now we've got everything out of the way, we have got a little bit more access. I've just disconnected the batteries, and as you can see, all the plastics are there out of the way. I hate plastics. Anyway, what we're going to do before we take the car up, we're just going to undo this top mount here, literally just so it's on the last few threads so we can get a hand up from underneath. Now we've got the vehicle half raised. As you can see, I have got the front wheel off, and we're going to be removing the centre dry shaft nut and also just removing these bottom ball joints. Now we've got the vehicle fully raised. As you can see, we've got the ball joints out of the way. We're just going to remove the dry shaft shortly. I need to drain the gearbox I then we can remove this dog bone bush at the back, get the shaft sides, then we can support the engine and get it off the mounts up there. And there we go. Now I've made a lot of room for myself. Remove the front cross member, which is there, the gearbox mount. You're probably all going to say, oh, you can letterbox these. There's a gearbox, right? Letterbox them with that. I find it so hard. That's why I have to make all this room for myself. Anyway, let's make a start now on getting all these bellows and bolts out of the way, and then we can get this box out. And there we go. That is the gearbox removed from the engine. All we've got to do now is literally just let it down. Beautiful. Now that the gearbox is out of the way, we need to get ourselves an 11mm now and undo all the 11mm around the clutch plate and pressure plate, and then we can also remove that as well. And there we go. That is one clutch plate and pressure plate off. As you can see, the clutch plate it was just slipping, it was, so the customer wanted it doing rather than let it fail. So yeah, let's get the new one fitted. And there we go. That is a brand new one that has turned up. Now the first thing you do before you put it straight to that flywheel, make sure that it fits onto your input shaft on the gearbox, and if it doesn't, it's not the right clutch. Because I've had it before over the years where I just slapped it in and I haven't been able to get that gearbox back in. So anyway, just double check that before you put it in. And there we go. That is the clutch all lined up. Now that is the best tool I've ever used, and it's years old. All you need to do is just make sure that that clutch plate is equal all the way around, and we can get it on that flywheel, and that gearbox will then just slide straight on beautifully. And that is the clutch plate and pressure plate aligned back up to the flywheel. And how we're going to torque it up is get a little Allen key, put it through the bell housing bolts, and it'll lock onto the ring gear on the flywheel. We get it torqued up to 23 Newton meters. It doesn't sound a lot, but it is. It's more than enough. Now let's move around to the concentric slave. Now I can't, over the years I've seen them end of people getting these out of the box, giving them a good pusheroonie. Don't do that because you will damage the seals inside. Now let's get it fitted back to the gearbox with some 210s and a tiny little bit of red rubber grease on the input shaft, and it'll slide in lovely. And there we go. That is everything built back up correctly. All we've got to do now is literally just get this gearbox back in. And there we go, just like that. That is the gearbox back in. For anybody that's going to moan, it's had new gearbox oil as well. All I've got to do now is literally just drop it down, put all the plastics on, and then we can get the clutch bled. Now we've got the car back down, we're going to bleed the clutch, and what you need to do, there's two little horseshoe clips on this plastic sleeve here. You need to pull the first one up, connect your brake pressure bleeder, brilliant bit of kit. And then what we do then, we literally just pull the pipe back, and it should just start bleeding. And there we go. That is the car back on the floor, and everything's bled up as it should be, and as you can see, all the plastic's back in. Let's get in the car and give it a big try. Now before you go starting your car, make sure that your clutch pedal, you've got no restriction there whatsoever. And then get on the key, make sure it starts, and we can get in gear without stalling it. And there we go, absolutely perfect. And there you have it. That is one clutcheroonie replacement on a Renault Clio. I'm just going to torque the wheels up now and take it down the road for a bit of a test drive, and we'll get it set.